how to protect yourself from negative energy, how to not allow other people to steal your energy, or how to not be a victim of, people jinxing each other and all this stuff. I hear these questions a lot, and I have something to say about this. I was born in a family who believed this stuff a lot. We had special people in our family who we called every week or two, who would, clear our energy for us. So it was a normal thing in our family. We needed to, to ask other people to help us to clear our energy, to remove all the negative energy and all the stuff. It was like a routine for us. It was normal for us. And the thing is that it doesn't stop there. We were very scared of people being jealous of us, of our successes. Don't share your successes with anybody. If you talk to somebody, just, hide every happy thought, every happy news you have, because if you share it with somebody, they will be jealous of your success and they will ruin it for you. They will be jealous, they will be negative, and it somehow will affect your life, and you will get sick, or everything that you're working on will be ruined and stuff like that. Like, there was a lot of beliefs in my family about this, and it led to a very lonely and scared life. I didn't trust anybody. I didn't have many friends. I had 2 best friends while I was in the university, and I was very picky, very cautious about what I share with them, because I didn't want them to be jealous of me. And I think that on some level, I even refused to have any kind of success, any sort of success, because, successful people get a lot of jealousy. A lot of people pay attention to them, and they all are jealous of our success, of their success. And it was just scary. I was scared to leave, honestly, because how can you live in a world where you cannot trust anybody, where your only best friend is your mom? This is what actually was said to me multiple times by a person who was clearing our energy regularly. She said that there is no such thing as friendship between women. There is no such thing as friendship between men and women. So your only best friend can be your mom, and everybody else can be jealous and, and full of negative energy. And this was so screwed up also because my parents have narcissistic personality disorder. So my mom was not really my best friend all my life. And to be raised with the belief that your mom is the only best friend you've got, and she doesn't act like a best friend, it was a screwed up reality I lived in, really. It was scary. It was terrible. And I also suffered, every week or two, I suffered from some unknown diseases, migraines, fevers of unknown cause, or sore throat, or stomach ache, or something else. And I just fell down. I felt crappy. I felt terrible. And the only thing I could do is to call this person, and they would work on my energy, and I would feel better. So I don't say that it's not true. I say that when you live in a reality like this thing happened to you, they are real. It's scary that they're real. This is a very scary reality to live in. And so one day, 4 years ago, when I was 28, I was crying. I was at home crying because I was scared to leave, because I felt bad. I had fever. I had a migraine. I don't know, I had something that I didn't know where it came from. And I was so scared, terrified. I was panicking. I knew that I had to call this person again to heal me. And I felt so desperate, and I felt so powerless. And I was sick and tired of this life. I wanted my dreams to come true for me, but in the reality I lived in, it was impossible. And so I went to search on YouTube how to protect yourself. I think this was the first step where I decided that if this is how it's gonna go, then I'm gonna do it myself. I'm gonna learn how I can protect myself. I don't want to be dependent on other people who, see energy better than I do or work with energy better than I do. And I found a video of a Russian psychic, and he was sitting openly in front of camera, and he was saying, this stuff is happening to you because you allow it to happen to you. By the fact that you even believe that it's possible, you are letting it in your life. And by the fact that you even, have this belief that this could happen to you, that this thing, these people who, wish you bad stuff exist, you open the gateway, the entrance for these people and their negative energy into your life. Like you were doing it to yourself. And I was hearing it and I was crying even more because I was realizing that I was doing it to myself all this time, all my life. Of course, there was blaming of people who raised me with this belief, of course. And so as I was listening to this, I decided that I felt powerful for the first time in a while. I felt that my life actually and my health is actually in my hands. And I decided back then that if a psychic, if a person who I would call to ask for help says that I am doing this to myself, then it's in my hands to stop doing it. And if he says that I'm doing it when I believe that these things even exist in the world, then what am I gonna do? I'm gonna stop believing. I'm gonna just stop believing that these things happen, that is real even. And I created an affirmation for myself. I live in a world full of people who love and appreciate me, or I live in a world full of people who love and support me. And I was repeating it non-stop, like 200, 400 times a day. I don't know. I was waking up with this affirmation. I was going to bed with this affirmation. I was taking walks and repeating it out loud. If there was nobody around me, if there were people around me, I would just say to myself, like in my mind. I was just living with this affirmation for 3 months, and it was still scary. I still, there were still thoughts going on in my head that I feel bad. What if it's because of this? What if I have a headache because of this? And I was like, no, I refuse to believe this. I refuse to believe that these things exist, that the people that wish me something bad are willing to ruin my life or my health with their negative energy even exist. This thing does not exist in my world anymore. And I was just repeating, I live in a world full of people who love and approve of me, who love and respect me, who love and appreciate me, who love and support me and all my successes all the time. And it took me, I think 2 to 3 months. I can't remember exactly, but I think it took me 2 to 3 months to fully believe this, because during those 2 months, I didn't call that person once to fix my energy. And with time, I believed it more and more because I didn't have any symptoms and because I finally felt powerful. And back then I started listening to Abraham Hicks, and I began believing more and more and more and more in this idea that my thoughts create my reality. So it was not easy in the beginning, but it was so relieving. And getting back your power after so many years of suffering, of being powerless, it's just, you don't give away that feeling that easily anymore. And it's been 4 years, and I never called people who heal, like to the energy healers, ever since. And it's weird when I said it in English, energy healers. I believe in energy work. I believe that people help to help you to overcome something, help you to to guide your body cells into the right direction, and also guide your mind. And I do believe they work. But that aspect with the negative energy, jinxing, cursing, all this stuff, it was just such a dark reality I lived in that I just refused to believe in it completely at all. And it works. I can honestly tell you that you do create your reality with your own thoughts, because I didn't have I actually didn't feel sick at all ever since. I mean, from the unknown cause. If I had a sore throat, I knew what happened there. And if I had I never had fever ever since for the past 4 years. And now it's easier to believe that it doesn't exist, but there are still thoughts in my head that sometimes say, like, I have a migraine, and there is a thought in me like, maybe, but now I don't even engage. If before those thoughts were so powerful and so scary that I would, try not to think about it, but at the same time I'm thinking about it, but I try not to, but at the same time I still think about it, and I would, get into these conversations with my mind that no, it's not real, or no, it's not because of this. Now I don't even, and ever since I heard that psychic say that even the idea that it can be in your life lets this in your life, like the fact that you agree with that this reality can be, this is the thought that allows it, that lets it into your life. And I just stopped doing this. I just stopped negotiating with my mind, and this is how it is ever since. This is how it's been ever since. And this stuff is so powerful, you guys. And I understand now that back then, my desire to feel power, my desire to create a different reality with my thoughts was so strong in me that it just overrode. What's English? All my limiting beliefs, all my fears. I was like, no, I don't believe in this anymore. And I kept reminding myself that the fact, like this thought, if I invest more energy in the thought that maybe it happened because somebody was jealous of my success or something like that, if I negotiate with it a second longer, it would mean that I accept it in my reality, and I don't. So it doesn't exist. I began opening up to people. I began, for the first time ever since I finished high school, I began getting new friends, gaining new friendships. And I began being more open with people. I stopped being scared of them. I stopped being scared of sharing my successes, sharing my mind with them, because I wanted to be a blogger. I wanted to write about things that I learned, and I finally began doing it. I shifted my reality to the point where my dreams, the things that I dreamt about, became possible, and I started seeing that they are possible for me. I began openly interact with people, including my friend back then, who is now my husband. And my life changed so much. It changed so much ever since I stopped believing that. And I still sometimes have thoughts like this, but they are not that strong. They are not, I don't believe in them anymore. I don't even, start a conversation in my mind about this. I would hear something like that and I would be like, no, we don't believe this anymore. Come on, seriously. And it does get easier to believe any new belief with time. But yeah, it takes the power of will when you just say, no, I don't believe this anymore. This is not gonna happen in my reality. Like, we're not even going to negotiate on this. It's just a no. That's it. Period. And even when I began recording this video, especially in Russian, now I'm over it more or less. But when I started recording this video in Russian, I still had this. Like, I've been scared of this for so long that now it's been 4 years, but still I was avoiding conversations about this, like with a lot of people. I would just share it with somebody I know personally, but out loud, openly. And when I began recording that video, I was like, no, let's not go there. Like, let's just keep quiet, because we don't want to awaken those people, you know, to attract them to me. But then I thought, I refuse to think that this is how it works. This is not how it works. Yeah, people can get jealous. People can get triggered by your successes, but they want help. And we're not doing anything bad here. We do want to help people, and we are open for conversations. We have things to share. We have our experiences that we can share, and like with all the lessons, and we want to help. We're not bad people here, and we all want to live happily ever after. We all want our dreams to come true, and we have different dreams. And even if somebody gets triggered by something in you, by something you do, they then have a choice. Like, they get triggered because something in them appeared, came up because it's ready to be shifted. And it's up to them to work through it, to find the limiting beliefs there and, and shift them, work through them, or to stay in that place for a while. And even that, it's not bad, because as Abraham Hicks say, when people are facing contrast, like when they are in the negative emotions, dealing with something they're not happy about, during that period of time, they are sending rockets of desires of how they want to feel, of how they want things to be in their life. And the next thing they are supposed to do is shift their limiting beliefs and get into the alignment, get aligned with their desires. I was just editing this video the same day that I recorded it, which is pretty cool and doesn't happen that often. But I also felt I forgot to tell you, and I think that is very important to add here, that if those people don't choose to work on this, choose not to work on this, on shifting their limiting beliefs, of diving deep into what exactly triggers them and why, and, working through this, this energy that they feel, this negativity, this negative energy that they have, is affecting their life, not yours. They're doing this to themselves. They're doing this to their own lives, and it's their beliefs that impact their own lives. It's never about you. Your energy impacts your life. It's like, this is how things happen in your life when you believe something about yourself, and or about how things work in your reality, and then you attract the same experiences, the experiences of the same vibration into your reality. You are doing this to yourself with your own energy. And when they get triggered by you, they do this to themselves with their own energy. Like, if you choose to not let their energy, their negative energy, enter your life and damage your health or your successes or your projects or whatever, it doesn't happen in your life. It's your choice. So it all works for us, not against us. The whole system, the whole law of attraction, the whole thing where we get triggered by some stuff, and questions appear in our minds, and we start looking for answers, and we shift, we grow, we expand, And it's great. This whole process of, living our life is great and beautiful. And we are here to help each other. So I refuse to believe that because let's think about it. People who get so jealous they want to harass or abuse or like do something bad to another person, I mean energetically, they do it because of this energy of very low and very sad and very scary energy of not enoughness, of them being not enough, of the resources being not enough for everyone, including them. And it's a scary place to be. And I know that I was in that scary place, and we all want out. We just all want out. And yeah, this is what I believe now. And so I feel like it's now my time to tell you that, my loves, if this happens in your reality, it's because you believe it can happen to you. We still have our free will, and yeah, it's up to us what to include into our reality, and what we focus on grows. So focus on the things that you love and you want in your life instead, and nothing can happen in your life if you don't agree with it, if you don't let it in to your life. And yeah, and you let things in by your negative beliefs, but by believing that something that you don't want can happen, and by putting too much of your energy and of your focus in those things. And also I want to say that the energy that pulled me out of those beliefs was so strong, and this is the energy we could use not only with the negative energy and and stuff like that, with everything. Like if you want to change your life, stop negotiating. Sometimes it's time to just stop negotiating with your mind on this. Like you do your work, you shift the negative beliefs that you have, you create new affirmations, but then stop negotiating. You've worked through this, and no, you refuse to have it in your life anymore. And it's just so powerful. This energy is just so powerful and incredible. And yeah, that's all I wanted to say on this topic. You won't give away your energy to anybody if you refuse to give away your energy. If you just believe something else, that you, like when you interact with people, you don't give away your energy. Think about it as your light instead, for example. Like you are the source of light and you share your light, but you don't share like pieces of it. You just shine the light and it's still within you. So yeah, this is how it works. Find new beliefs that are empowering instead of those which make you feel small and scary and powerless and desperate, because we do freaking create our own reality with our mind. It's true. It's freaking true. Okay, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. And I love you all. Have a lovely rest of your day. Stay safe, stay well, stay mindful. Love you all.